back. More or less Epoch. I'll probably play my Falconer today. I'll probably beat the game on them. Or get close to at least get to chapter 9. I'm on like chapter 7 or 8. Almost level 50, so I'll get probably unlock dive bomb soon. And specialize in dive bomb. And stop using dash. Yeah, I'm actually about to get dive bomb right now. So I'm gonna grab dive bomb. Throw it. Replace dash. Let me see what dive bomb does. You know, every day I have the feeling and urge to play last Epoch. And I feel like that isn't going to go away anytime soon. So I'll definitely be streaming this for a good amount of time, right? And I feel like the hype's kind of died down. People kind of got, and you know, that's usually how it goes with ARPGs. You'll play it a lot in the beginning. I feel like people already got their kind of bug, their itch scratched. And the game was in early access. It was never that big on Twitch in early access. But, you know, I think it's gonna stay at 20,000 viewers, maybe for a couple more weeks. You know, people are gonna people that are like trying to get big on Twitch are not the biggest yet. They almost seem like someone who's like blinding in a way. Blinding basically meaning they themselves are inflicting blind on themselves, and not so much their audience, more of like their brand and like how they're perceived. So let's say that you have big streamers that basically are drawing most of the people to certain categories, like gaming, like certain games, right? And those people, you know, they aren't responsible for everyone else getting bigger, right? And like you can copy them, you know, and that's like a way to get big is to do what they do, right? They like make up for like almost like a whale almost. Like a whale's just big. A whale isn't really that dangerous. A whale's not vicious. A whale's not competitive. It's just big, right? Like a whale. But it seems like a lot of smaller creators or smaller streamers on Twitch anyway are just super blinding. Like it's almost like there's different levels, and one of them's vision. One level's vision, and that's how people see them, and that's how, you know, that's what they choose to do themselves. They choose to affect their vision. And not literally, like they're not literally taking screwdrivers and poking people in the eyeballs, but it has a lot more to do with vision. How they decide, or at what point, at a certain point, they decide how they are being seen is what they want, right? So yeah, vision. This is like for smaller people. Like if I I try to help a lot of people who stream, but it's hard because the way they are seen is more important than something small like you know, quality of their stream. Like comparatively, that's not a big deal. You have vision and you have effort, and when you're seen, that is basically the sum of your effort before you even are able to try. Like if you show up to a competition and you look like you don't care, that's how people see you. It doesn't really mean you're not going to try. It doesn't matter if you're going to try now, because people have to accept you and see your new light. And that's it right there. That's literally the point. That people that are smaller streamers are almost seen in a negative light because that's what they want to be seen as, because they want to be like the underdog or something. I don't know. But in the world of streaming, there is no competition. There is no Olympics. What happens is, even if you try, because the way you chose to be seen, people won't be surprised by your crazy streaming tactics or how cool you are. They'll just see you as you were. So like, here's an example. If it was me, I'd show up for like a Yankees game as like a Yankees player. Like I'm in MLB now, and I would have a Red Sox hat on, and I would be drunk and sloppy, and people are like, oh, this guy doesn't even care. He's not trying. We see him as someone who doesn't try, and he's not that. That's how we see him. But then when I go up to bat, I'd hit a home run, and people would be surprised, and they'd see me in a new light. That not only do I look crazy, but actually I'm really good at baseball. That's not how streaming works. No one cares you're good at streaming. If people see you and that's how you want to be seen, as someone who doesn't try or doesn't care, that's how you'll always be seen. And the problem with that is people say, well, wait, let him try, or let him go over the plate. It doesn't matter. It's not how this works. There's no plate. There's no one can make you hit a home run and say, see, he's great. People can choose to see your greatness and choose to stick around and support you. But if you're just gonna be like someone who is purposely blinding themselves, or wants their brand to be like a blind dummy, you know, there's so many of them that it has to work in some way. Like, you know, so many people that are small streamers, someone has to get big doing this, right? And it's like, well, really, you could take the attitude of being a small streamer and you can get rid of it, but it won't help you streaming because that's not how it works. But you can do anything else and be successful because you'll try, right? Like you can hang out with streamers who don't really care or don't really try, or who not really try but don't look like they'll try. Like someone who acts like they're cool but really would try their hardest, right? Like something like that. I was not even loading. But you know, you can take that somewhere else. Like I'm not saying that the key to streaming is to keep trying until you succeed, or to try, or to not to try, or to be cool. Really, the point is you just stream and people watch you or they don't, because they like you, not because of anything you're doing. Like you could literally do nothing. But really, that just kind of, to me, is something I take away from streaming. Like they don't even really care or try. Like they're kind of making it a big deal. Like there's someone who's too cool for school, and like he's making it a bigger deal than it is, right? Like these people should just be candidates for like Jersey Shore and stuff. Like they should be on a different type of network. But it just shows me that if I go somewhere else besides streaming, if I go like play soccer, if I go do anything, I don't want people to think I don't try. I don't want people to think I'm too cool. And like that works better in other areas, because you hitting a home run and not being someone who tries, that's cool, but that's not likely to happen. In reality, that's such an impossible thing. That's not gonna happen. I'm saying it'd make more sense if you were like known for being a jokester, a comedian, and you were just dressing up as someone who looked too cool. But that's probably not the case. It's like streaming could almost be like a negative thing people see, because no one really knows how to be successful. It's hard to explain it to really like people who like to watch them. And the harmful part is people who aren't successful, or who don't know why they're successful, aren't doing anything but harming people who can be successful in other ways. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, well, streaming's cool, but like I want to go make a movie, and like, am I just gonna let that happen randomly? You know, is it gonna be like a random thing? Am I gonna just not try? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like being cool. Cool is nice, like you look cool, blah blah blah, but really you're not trying. You're not doing anything. You say, well, I'm doing this. That's what you already did, but you're not doing anything now. Now you're just not doing nothing. All right, it's not loading. I think it's actually loaded. Yep. All right. I'm just saying, people shouldn't use that against me, where I'm saying people who are streamers aren't trying. They shouldn't say, well, that means you're just trying to be successful. Okay, but that's not my point. Yes. My point is that they're not trying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying if you try to be successful. I'm just saying everyone not trying and being cool about it is like saying that's what you should do. You shouldn't try. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to justify it in a streaming sense, because you can't hit a home run. There's no home run. You have to stream all the time. You have to stream for a long time. You just can't. This isn't how it works. So you can say, well, you know, my point is I want people to look through streaming as a lens, not so much as an end-all be-all or as a destination. But if you look through a lens and you're talking about success, or even just trying to hit a ball, you know what I'm saying, in a baseball game, people aren't even trying to do that. They're not even trying to ball or be successful. I'm not saying it to like make them successful. They're not going to pass the next grade. I'm not anyone who can do anything but support them or try to help them be better. I'm not in a position to say if you're not trying, you got to go. I'm just saying not trying is like a cool guy move. Like I get it's a cool guy move, but really when it comes to streaming, it's a bad idea because no one will know what to do. You know what I'm saying? No one will know whether you can do this or not. And I'd probably say that you can't because you can't hit a home run. It's like if you jumped on someone's big stream and they said their catchphrase like yabba dabba doo, like okay, yabba dabba doo, but keep streaming, like say something else. That's my point. Like, you know, it's just almost like setting stuff for failure. Like people may have learned something outside to be like tough or to be alpha, but this is streaming. This is like you have to basically create content for people to enjoy and watch. You can't just be like not trying. It doesn't even make sense. Alright. So now what I'm gonna do is take all these cool people, not to be sarcastic or undermining their existence, but take all these cool people. That's what I consider not trying. Not trying is being cool. Not trying is sitting on your existence and saying, well, you're trying too hard anyway. Right, like, that's cool, but like I'd rather be a try hard than not try at all because like it doesn't make sense. Like, you know, I'm trying. So like I would take all these cool people and use them as like a way to keep Twitch alive because so many cool people, like it's just like super clickish, you know, business mode. And I'd create a big ice wall and it doesn't do anything. It just is so cool. It's just frozen. It's cool, right? It's frozen. And I want people to think that maybe you do try, maybe you do care. Like I'm not just gonna like kind of hamster myself by coming off as someone who doesn't care and doesn't try. Like I'd be something people wouldn't maybe want to even put up with. Like the point of being cool is so you can be cool. If you're not really cool, then it's just being a bad person. Like if you have SpongeBob, you have Larry. Larry's a cool guy. He works out. He's not a bad person. He's cool. Someone else isn't cool, and they act just like him. There's a difference between something that helps you achieve a goal and something that just helps you exist. Like being cool and having, like, that's different. If you're actually supposed to stream, people aren't gonna just accept your coolness as a source of subsistence for their content needs, right? Like you wouldn't just think that PewDiePie was cool. You would say he's funny or he's interesting or he's different. He's not just cool, right? Like he's not even trying. Like no, he's trying. He's trying to be. He's being himself, right? Like that's different. He's not just sitting back with his arms crossed. Like that just doesn't make any sense. Like, that's like a personal thing. Like I'm so cool, I don't even care. Like exactly. Like that's cool. Like that's about as far as they'll get you. So don't associate with just sitting with arms crossed being cool because like that only helps me. Like if I'm clever enough to let you just let me be me and just exist, imagine what I can do if I actually tried, right? If I was really that cool, I really didn't have to try. Imagine if I did try, you know what I'm saying? And no one ever has any recipe or answer for you to be cool. It always comes off with something creepy. Like an alpha will say, look, just take what you want, or, you know, say what you want to say. That's creepy. That's weird. Now, you can do that because you're so cool, but everyone else can't, so they have to try. If you don't tell people to try, you tell them to do crazy alpha stuff. You're just telling them to like commit crimes in a way because they aren't anyone that can do this type of stuff. Like people don't understand the difference between existing and just like chilling, like as like have a monk or something, and being like a hard worker, like a ball player. These things are not the same. just such a it's a frustrating position to be put into. It's like, bro, you're cool, but like we can't do nothing else with you. Like you're cool, like you're a cool dude. We get it. And we're trying to tell you what to do so you can utilize these strategies and actions to improve your stuff. I'm not trying to be like this. I'm trying to help you do something. Like, nah, bro, I'm too cool. Like you're trying too hard. Like nobody's that cool. That's not. It's not even. I'm not even gonna tell them anything. I'm just gonna be cool. Like instead of reading the book, his arms are crossed, and he's trying to keep the book by being colder and cooler. That's cool, but like you could literally just say it's a book or something. You could say it's a book. It's like a trap. I understand. Like I'm not competing with cool people, right? It's like, all right, bro. If you say anything that isn't cool, he'll say it isn't cool. Like I know, bro. I'm not retarded. Not retarded, but I'm not. Like I get it. Like we don't use that word. Like I'm not. I get it. Like he's cool. I'm just trying to go further. Like cool's cool. Like as cool isn't the end of the road. Like it's kind of weird to think like that. Now, if I said, well, people who like this are just trying to make a way for people, then I would say, okay, that makes sense. Like they're trying to establish a new route for people to take so they can grow their streams and stuff. That makes sense. But you wouldn't say that everything else doesn't work. You would say those exist or they are going to. Like you would say, okay, they're doing that too. It sounds like school. Like if you're cool in school, like you're not really that cool, because you'd be somewhere else doing this, and you'd be like a degenerate, simply. Just standing around, and, like you know. Maybe their goal is to just support other people. Like maybe it's like a futuristic vision I can't see. Like if I support other people, and I'm cool, and I make sure other people make it, that'll somehow help me in some way in the future. I don't know. I don't know, buddy. All I can tell people to do is try or improve this or improve that, modify, these settings or get a certain bit of equipment. You know what I'm saying? You're not really cool, you're gonna have a hard time with being cool, you know what I'm saying? If you're cool, you're cool. There's no reason for me to discuss that. You got it. Right? So let's just go into this world where, I get that you're just supporting people and trying to help them make it. And, like, it makes sense. And this is what we're going to do. At the end of the day, once they make it, what are you going to do? Just become their assistant or something? Or are you going to get credit, or are you just going to keep doing it? Right? If I make sure everyone else on Twitch is big and I like trying to sacrifice my action points for the sake of them, what am I going to do once they make it? Or once something happens that doesn't... Predict chance. Alright, it's a simple question, really. What happens when you actually succeed in being cool and helping other people? I don't know. It's definitely something that you would ask somebody who was cool or who didn't really try. They could really answer it. It's not going to hurt them. They could answer that question, like, what happens when you succeed? It just kind of proves that you should probably try. You should probably stop relying on being cool. If you're cool, you're cool. Like, it's in the bag. It's not going anywhere. Just try harder. wanted to be playing baseball and didn't try, and then they were great at baseball. So look, maybe you can teach us all how to play baseball, and you don't have to learn anything. Like, you can tell us what to do, right? I have no problem with that. Like, people are really good at stuff, just naturally talented. Like, okay, well, teach us how to do it. We're not that talented, or at least I'm not. Talent, Billy. They're like a bounty hunter, this cool guy who's like hostile gato or something. Something really cool. Like, okay, I get it, but like, teach me how to do it. Stop like wasting my time when I'm trying to help you. Just teach me how to do it. You know what to do. So for the sake of people who are going to be cool, I know people are just going to try to be cool. Hey, what's up, bro? That's not what you do, buddy. That's not you. I'm just going to help them help other people make it. And I have to look even further than actually going to the bottom and doing the work. I have to look beyond that and just have fun. And I make it. I got such a cool dude move, like, it's kind of making me upset. I'm mad about it. Like, why couldn't we just have done the work? Like, instead of being cool and hanging out in the ghetto and wearing a leather jacket, we could have literally cleaned the ghetto up and did the work. And it would have been way more sensible than, like, not doing anything. Everyone you know who's that cool isn't even a real person. Like, name 5 cool people. They're not real. So, like, once that's kind of what I'm thinking people would just rather do, I'm just gonna say, well, look, there's already a big streamer, and instead of you being cool, you can just stop being cool and support him, and just stop trying. Like, that's cool. Because I don't see people wanting to work from the bottom. I feel like they would really rip the floor up, and if it was cool enough, they'd wear it on their head like a hat. I says, he? It's cool. It's completely blind and brain dead in a way. So, like, people are not going to like this, but it's like if someone's like manager and he's like a rapper, he runs outside wearing like a dress, he runs on stage. People are gonna, it's a cool dress, right? It's cool. I'm not gonna like this, but you're gonna have to like fight some battles for this. You're gonna have questions. It's almost like people want to relive the past and like be a certain person. Like, they're like almost like a resurrected Helen Keller type person. Like, you'll end up having to be their manager or something. Anyway, you have to help them anyway. And they'll be like the Fonz or something. Like, they'll be Helen Keller, someone famous. I'd be like, what the heck, bro? What was the point of us building anything from the bottom if it was just for you to ruin it and be Helen Keller? Helen Keller's already established. Helen Keller is valid in the streets. I don't know. It's pretty comedic if you understand what they're doing. It's like if we have a baseball team, they didn't want to do the drills, do the practice, they just wanted to play. Like, we get it, bro. Like, we've seen this 1,000 times. Like, it's not like we're gonna keep playing, or I'm not gonna keep playing the role of like the dummy. Like, I'm not cool. I'm cool. It's like I said, there are already established streamers who are huge, and instead of me helping you or helping anyone do anything from bottom, there's already Beyonce, there's already PewDiePie. There's no point of you doing it because it's so cool. Like, just be like that, just be the friend to me. you have to have a historic understanding of how people operate, you know, their groups and channels before you even say or think to be cool, because that's just such a loner way of doing things. They go into being cool only work in most dysfunctional places. It's like the Power Rangers. Power Rangers aren't trying to be cool. They're trying to be a team, trying to practice wherever they practice friendship. They'll whoop your bottom, they'll beat you up. You get smacked around. So, you know, either be Power Rangers and be someone who's too cool to be the Power Rangers because they think that's
is locating
cool.
the
Like, that's dysfunctional, but the Power Rangers aren't dysfunctional. I want a part of dysfunctional coolness. Like, I have no problem people thinking that I'm trying to do something because I fell into the trap. Like, if I'm cool, like, hey bro, I see you over there trying, like, you're trying so hard, like, you trying to be something, like,
tell me more.
you're trying to do something over there?
The lance was
like,
found,
I guess so, buddy, shit.
and
I
a
guess I
bond
am.
was formed.
I was trying to help you.
Do you think we'll see Herod before
You're trying to be big shot now.
let's go together
with mine? But for now, they focused on their gods.
I'm not a guidance counselor, bro. I'm not the middleman, right? I'm just trying to help you be the big dog. I'm trying to help you be the big dog. You're trying to be the big dog. No help. I just have to help.
Yes.
Be a man, try to be the
I
big
know
dog.
things are of course. All that is left is to take the lance and bless it. I see.
And people probably learn just from me saying stuff like this that, right, if I was to support PewDiePie or Beyonce, they wouldn't want me to be not trying. They would want me to just sit around not trying all day. Or like being a cool person about it. I'm not trying to have people work as Oompa Loompas in my factory or anything, or even be Willy Wonka. There has to be like a middle ground, right? An understanding. Or like people are trying to help you, and like them helping you helps them because it makes them better at helping people, or they learn something. I'm not just trying to Willy Wonka somebody or Oompa Loompa something. It isn't like a pimp-hoe relationship. I don't know, people like not need me. Or like, you don't need me once I help you. You need me what to do. It's like an experiment. Like if I help you and it improves your stream, I get to see that and says that's what I could do, because I couldn't have did that because I didn't know how it would turn out and I didn't know if it'd improve it. Everything isn't like a Jersey Shore battle. It's like a very short-term form of entertainment, and it won't last for that long because you have to move on to the next shocking situation. And once you hear about John cheating, he has to cheat with somebody else. That's something more. Cheat again. I actually want to use this. Let's see. That's not that big of a deal. How big is this? Okay. Let's apparently increase my cow traps area. Yeah, it looks like it. It's a little larger. That's what I was going for, size. I definitely need to get my my flight suit on, my Air Force gear on to play the Falconer. Here it's just dive bomb. It just sounds kind of cool. So really, what we could, what I could learn from people being cool, not really trying, is people need that outlet. You know, they need that outlet for them to have like, you know, 'cause I get it. Like, people that are cool are relatable. I get it. You're cool, you're relatable. I get it. I can see right through you. You're so relatable. I mean,
Even the gods
I can get it. People need that outlet to be the big dog.
We'll travel
Right?
west towards the sea.
Now that you can be a big dog,
Dawn is there.
because once you're the big dog, you have to live as a big dog. You have to basically breathe as a big dog. It's not a game anymore. You're a big dog, and people need that outlet. You know, that outlet to basically make decisions. They need to be the big dog and have fun instead of make decisions, right? It's kind of like psychology. Like, you need to go to the hospital and get some therapy and get your knee flexible so you can feel that relief, so you can learn, so you can feel what life's like without that pain. That's what people need. They need to basically feel life without the pain of their knee. And that's the big dog. But all I really see is people trying to be an asshole, trying to get something going, trying to get some beef on. Like if I knew all people needed was like physical therapy, I would understand that they weren't even trying to be mean. They were just trying to go about it in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? They would just basically, they didn't know what they needed really. They didn't know that it would be like they were making decisions or something. Big dog. The big dog. It's like a big dog. A big dog isn't even a bad dog. It's too big. It's like it's been big. It's been big for so long. It's just kind of like peaceful in a way. It's just been so big, and everyone's already, oh, that dog's so big. Oh, big. Like it's just peaceful. You know what I'm saying? It's a big dog. It's like a big fluffy dog. So from now on, I'm just gonna help people because I understand now. They just want to be a big dog. They want physical therapy, so they can feel life without the pain and make decisions. You know, that's like the comparison. I couldn't imagine being like Jay-Z, just make decisions. I'd be like, why? Like, oh yeah, because you need that state of clarity. You need that painless moment. I don't know. That's how I would see it, I guess. The big dog. guess the best way to help people is to understand them. It's like people that are ghetto and kind of think that identity and become like little baby or little Dirk. They have pain music. You gotta understand them. Now you know. Like, bro, I don't think that's what that was really for. Like, if I join the military, I don't think it's for me to start talking in metaphysical PTSD ways. Like, I get it. Like, there's an understanding to reach for a level of peace. I don't think that's the point of the military. The point of the military is to blow something up. The point of the military is to go boom. That's how you got PTSD. That's how you got changing from just boom mode. People kind of respect things more, you know, they have discipline. That wasn't the point, right? Like, why couldn't people just be respectful to begin with? Like, why do you have to go to the military to start acting like you got some sense? It's like the hard way, right? People want to go the hard way. You know, it's like being one of the things. It's really a hard way of achieving your goals. Like, the easy way could be to live in peace. And it takes generations to acquire enough knowledge and literature that you will write and experiences that you'll barely have because you're not getting hit with rocks every day to change the world or change something. The hard way is like, I'm a little baby and I be singing. That's hard. You can't just stop being a little baby. You can't literally be little Frank or little nerd. You have to be a little baby. It's hard. If you want to go the hard way, here's my advice. If you want to be a little baby, if you want to be big dog, you just start lifting weights. You start lifting weights, just live the life of the gym man, and you'll say you're right. Just having this physique in this body, you know, it's like a whole new identity. You know, being more athletic, being active. You're on the big dog, and this is the hard way. If you change people's lives, if you go to the gym, it'd be crazy. It's like being a statue. Like, I respect that. If I understand what you're trying to do, I respect it, but I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. Like, if I want to be a big dog, I'll start lifting weights. And I'll start drinking protein shakes and eating, I'll start eating chicken with white rice and stuff. Like, that's such a hard way to live. Like, before you went to the gym, you were living so much better. Like, you were just eating whatever you want. You were having so much fun. You start living the hard way. You were more peaceful when you were just eating snacks, but now you're like ready to knock somebody out. You're ready to knock someone's block off. Like, I respect it, buddy, but I know that it's the hard way, right? Like, I respect Martin Luther King, but it's not my life. It's his life. It's a hard life to live. I just wanted to help people. I didn't want him to say, "Hey, look here, I'm Martin Luther King. And this is my life. It's hard." Oh my God, I didn't want all that. Didn't want it. Okay. Shit, actually does enough damage. Straight up, dog. I just wanted to help you. I'm sorry. I didn't know that your life was hard. So, like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start lifting weights just so I can relate to Big Dog and not have to misunderstand him or just kind of joke on him for being a pain rapper. Just so I can respect him, right?
We have a
And then I can make
It is
them the
too
other big
dangerous.
dogs.
Are you insane?
Even as a king,
You did
I
well
can just lift
then.
weights and be Big Dog.
They're
and live
holed up
peace.
in the pier. If you think you stand a chance, show no mercy.
Big Dog.
Not happening.
I guess, you know, I started reading more. I was reading comics and I stopped, but now I'm back to reading manga. So I'll be reading, and I'll be lifting weights, and it'll be beautiful because I'm the Big Dog now. I'm on your head. No, I'm just trying to be peaceful. So, like, you know, Big Dog is definitely not a peaceful origin. Like, assessing your life is kind of disturbing the peace you have. Like, you might live in like a trash apartment and it's dirty, but you were living peacefully and you weren't disturbing the trash in the ground. And once you kind of decided what direction you're going, living in peace by big dog, like I doubt you would just have peace. So like at some point you'd be disturbed by it. I'm disturbed. There's almost two ways of changing your life. There's the big dog way, where you see there's a change made, you need to attack, deal problems head on, and improve and all that. The big dog way. Or there's like the way where you teach people, and educate people, like the big brain way. Sometimes people go the big dog way and use those type of ideologies, I guess, you know, those perspectives to try to teach people, but it's hard because your foundation's built on you being a big boy, a big dog. It's hard to be a big dog just because someone told you can do it. Like if I have the ability to find the words to tell you how to be a man or an alpha, it doesn't really ever work out like that. Now if you bring peace and gym life together, or if you bring teaching and big dog life together, you have some more peace because you can't always lean on your big brain or always lean on your big body. Maybe the problem with being a teacher or like a big gym body person is you don't have enough things people can consume. Everything's like precious to them. Like being a giant, hulking mass of muscle is important to them, so like they aren't just gonna let it be like going to their body or be on the street selling their butt cheeks. But if they had something like a candy bar, something people could eat, consume basically, like just enjoy without worrying about it crying about getting eaten, then maybe they could reach people more clearly. Right? People that are super pure are really hard to understand because everything's precious, everything's sacred. You don't want to learn anything by understanding it or knowing what it is. Or seeing it. It's like nighttime. When nighttime comes around, it's really dangerous, but everything's up for grabs. You can look at the sky, you see the stars. You can run around screaming. It's nighttime. It's okay. But come daytime, you know, everything kind of unified within that one light from the sun. And you gotta be a little more reason than that. You can't just go around screaming and looking at the sky. It's daytime. It's daytime, boy. We may not all share the same ideas, or the same religion, or the same country, but we share the same daytime, the same sun. I wonder how it works for people that live in like Africa and Mexico where it's super hot outside and it's daytime, well, let's all be reasonable. You just start fighting and going after each other. Maybe people maybe people don't really care about the sun, worshiping the sun. Maybe okay, it's still be there. You know, that same 24 hours. Maybe people in colder climates will become more like space cosmonauts because it's cold. Like people in Europe can't live in the sun. It's so cold. The sun wouldn't do nothing. It's so cold, right? And people like in hot areas become like savage nature beasts.
Can I help you?
Such is the way. Such is the world.
Don't lose your way.
Like I was living in Virginia for like years on end. That's where I grew up basically, and it was basically hot and cold there, but it was hot enough and cold enough to where you had both, and you wouldn't really get too stuck on one or the other. Like you're not in the extremes. It's like I wasn't wearing like a fur hat and being an Eskimo, and I wasn't wearing like an African dress with a spear because it's so hot outside. Like I'm not wearing clothes. Finally. Like a lot of people in Africa wear clothes if it's so hot. You die. Like what are you gonna wear? Everything in Africa is like a giant leaf for an animal. You gotta wear an animal skin or a big leaf. You don't wear anything. If it's so hot outside, when it's hot outside, you don't worry about the ground being hard to walk on. It's hot. It's super hot outside. The ground's melting. It's not even gonna be like you would even be doing. What are you gonna do with roads? It's so hot. You just create pathways for the heat to create frying pans to walk on all the time. It would be stupid. And create some type of AC or something. The first thing you create in Africa is AC. You don't create roads and clothes. What are you gonna do with that? Where are you gonna go? It's hot. You'll be on this long road that's getting cooked by the sun for heat for hours on end, and then you'll die from heat. You can just create roads within the jungles and create paths under the shade of the trees. Come on now, you gotta think about it if you were in Africa, not if you were in need to get to your job or whatever else. Like where are you gonna work that's gonna produce African advancements? You're working at Amazon factory, they're gonna send you like a sweater to wear or something? I don't know. Different folks, different strokes, right? If people live in the cold, they probably need a road because if they just keep walking through the woods, it's just inconvenient, right? Any place you know that is hot is like a molten lava pit where things change all the time. A lot can change in the summer and the spring, but not much changes in the winter. So those inconveniences and problems you face every day can usually be remedied by a road or something like that. Really different. Like in America, people might get this because it's more modern. You have the South. Nothing really happens in the South. They just be farming and they don't do nothing. In the North, there's a lot of advantage. It's so cold. Yeah, a big jacket. You know, in the city, being a jerk is different. Imagine it snowed in New York and it was just like 8 feet of snow and there was no roads, there was no technology. You'd probably die. And you'd survive without technology in a hot area because it's hot outside and you can plant animals, you can plant food, you can fish or something, you would just die instantly. Let's go! They actually share a cooldown? Is that something that always was the case? Is that something you might just activate it by grabbing a certain passive? Yeah, it's right here. No. Must have hit something. I guess not. I didn't know they shared. I didn't know they were sharing a cooldown. Huh. I didn't know that was the case. People probably just make themselves seem like a terrible person, or maybe they are. They'll just be stuck in the cold corner, or they're like super cold, or they hang out in super cold places. And you won't have time to cater to people in the heat because it's so hot. Like you gotta live your life too. They just be savage mode. What do I choose? Do I choose cold or do I choose heat? Live in Africa or live in Antarctica? That's an interesting question. I'm just gonna live in the West. Plus hemisphere. Where it's like kind of more all types of weather. I picked it fast. It allows me to leap with my dive bomb, so I have a lot more traversal between dive bomb and area of assault. I can basically move around almost at the speed of light the whole time. A few seconds for a cooldown, but not too bad. It's really like a dive bomb area of assault there. But then at some point I won't be able to jump into the game, so I'll just use Falconer Strike. But I still feel like it's my most powerful ability. So let's set up like a little goal. The goal is to get that living in the cold would require you to have like some type of heating technology or cycle or technique, and that people have been savage long enough within the heat, the hot savage lands of Africa. The furnace, if you will. And we'll try to be more reasonable in the cold, and we'll try to stop being savage in the furnace. It should be like one of those Darwinist things where you have like the birds that live in different islands have different beaks. You should have someone that lives in the heat with like a big chubby sweaty face, and somebody that lives in the cold with like a super terrible toxic attitude and big smiles. Yeah, that's like the Darwin political comic.
Has gone on. Ah, I see you helped clear out the rabble down here. I thank you for your effort.
I'm just gonna nerf what's happening here. This class is kind of just dipping through the content, just still flying through. I want to make like a new campaign. I like time travel. I want more time travel campaigns. Time travel stories. All I see people doing in this game is asking for help and talking about how powerful their build is. Which is a good relief from not even from kind of seeing you know, game chats and like Discord channels that are just like, if you ask for help, you're dead. I go look up on the internet. I like that. It's almost like you can change some toxic gamer by giving last epoch, and he'll help people or ask for help. It's like a baby learning to use their words. Dive bomb deals more damage. Falcon lands in areas. Smoke bomb. Dive bomb is at least one boss around me. You can regain mana. Decoy, poison. Maybe I'll stop using nets and go in favor of something else. Or in favor of something else. I don't know. That's so cool when I get into like a boss battle or I get into someone I can't just defeat easily. I don't really need them for the regular content, I'm just running through it. Like using that would be like no point at a place. Price isn't letting me bad. I'm playing a lot of the Osprey, whatever they're called. Nope. Potential for that. Yeah, potential. Look for potential in my items. I need some new items. Just to upgrade them.
I'm glad I see, did she? That would not be one.
Julius Raye will not destroy this place too.
Gods be with you. Good boy.
Greetings. Greetings. Greetings.
This is a nice little there's a nice little whatever it's called, relic. How long have I been streaming? An hour? Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna read some more manga. I need to go like make a bunch of like other content so I can start talking about other stuff. So like I have something to draw from. Someone must have like opened a like a law book around me or something. Alright, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm probably gonna be back again today. But yeah, we'll be. I'll probably stream some more. My mic's blurry. Or not my mic, my video camera. It's not that bad. It looks really bad on OBS. It looks about the same. Apparently it's a lighting issue. I'm gonna light on, see what it looks like. It's kind of gone, but now my door, my bathroom door looks kind of sketchy. Looks like it belongs in like a futuristic universe on a spaceship somewhere. I'm trying to think what type of lighting I want to get to remedy a lot of these problems. Lighting. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna go read some stuff. I might end up playing something else soon. Something like with a story like Dying Light or Chrono Trigger, because, you know, I feel like I got a lot more of my lawyer stuff out the way, like lawyer talk out the way. Maybe I'll play like a couple runs of Binding of Isaac. That'll be nice. I might start doing like an Eden streak. People like in Isaac do this Eden streak thing where they play as a certain character that starts with random stats and random items. And to then that's like what they basically do win streaks on, like what they play back to back to see how many wins they can get. I don't know why, but that could be cool. So I'll be back. I'll probably play Binding of Isaac. Yep, I'll probably do that.